Hello, I'm Jasmine Jasudavicius. I fight in the UFC, but this is my very first amateur fight. This is like the fight that allowed me to catch the bug, I guess you could say. This fight was in Rochester, New York, so what, like 5-hour drive away. A really cool organization called FCP. Yeah, the fans there were awesome. Like, I was fighting a hometown girl from Rochester. I remember seeing her like do this like interview thing on like morning show TV in Rochester, and so I was like, ooh, I was nervous. Like this girl's like the real deal kind of thing, and I didn't have much experience within martial arts, but I knew I wanted to like take a fight and kind of just see what that was about. And still to this day, it's like, what do I do to kind of like harness my nerves? Before camp, I'll decide. I'll write down what I believe I need to do in order to be successful on fight night. At the end of camp, when I'm about to go into the fight, when I'm standing there, when the curtains are about to open, I feel those nerves, and then I think, did I do everything that I needed to do in order to be the best that I can possibly be on fight night? If the answer is yes, then let the chips fall where they may. You know, I'm just going to go out there and try my hardest. And so far that's been working for me. So going into this fight, that was my mindset. The introduction, I remember like kind of just being like, okay, I guess I should stay warm, like keep my body like prepared. And, you know, I remember thinking, this is taking so long for them to do this announcement. Like, let's keep going, because I could obviously feel the nerves. So like, I know once the fight starts, then it will be okay. But it's like waiting to get it started. The girl I was fighting was Jacqueline O'Grady. All right, touch gloves. We started swinging right away. She was a Taekwondo girl, I remember. But she had like solid hands. She did a lot of like boxing and stuff too. Now I do, because they are specialized. You know, they do have like legitimately dangerous aspects to them and techniques and all that, but when you're an amateur, everyone's still kind of figuring it out. So I wouldn't, like, I mean, I'd watch the person, but you know, I didn't put too much thought. I would just try to prepare myself for any style that could come out. Who knows what they're gonna look like? Who knows if you get a different person, like, you know, a person pulls out and then you're gonna fight somebody else. Like, be ready for anything, especially in your amateur career. In this fight, if it was under 3 fights, then no ground and pound to the head. And so I remember I'm like punching her like in the body, whereas normally I'd be able to punch her in the head. But I'm looking for the finish. But it's funny to see that I was like into ground and pound, even like from the very beginning, even though we didn't really do that much like ground. I hadn't trained for that long, but it's funny, that's kind of my natural instincts. A lot of crosses. I've always liked my cross. Before, I didn't care about defense at all. Like, if somebody hit me, like, I got a good chin, so it didn't matter. Whereas now I do put a focus on defense, and I do focus on footwork. I understand in order to generate power, both feet have to be grounded, you know, and both feet have to have structure, and the whole body has to work together. You know, at 125 pounds, to be able to make enough force to knock someone out, everything has to be connected. I have to use it all. So definitely focus on that kind of stuff. Whereas here, I'm sometimes punch with my foot up. And, yeah, we did a lot of wall work and like knees and stuff in this fight, but prior to that I didn't really throw any knees or anything, so I feel like that was like a natural thing that kind of came out in the fight. when I went to Thailand, there was this one coach there, and he used to just like fuck me up in the clinch. And feeling that like kind of like helpless feeling, then I'm like, oh, okay, I want to be able to put people in this feeling. And so I think that's when I understood like kind of the dominance of it. And so I understood that I should put like an effort into it. Third one, so far so good. I actually, this fight, I kind of like dropped her right. It's actually coming soon. Let's see, right here. Like it was just like one of those flat, like flash. She was just kind of down, but it's funny when you like hit someone and you kind of see their eyes almost like split. It's like a split second here, but in the fight you almost like watch them. I mean, it was only a quick one, but it's interesting to see how quick it is on the video and how, I guess, like slow it is actually in real life. But then there's other aspects of the fight that are so fast, and then it looks slow here. I feel like it's like the first taste of it, and so it's like the best. It's like a drug addict, like chasing that first high, like, you know, like I never knocked someone out before, but maybe this fight. But I want to, because I feel like in this fight I like got like a little like glimpse of it. I've had like little tastes of it, but never like legit, you know, where they're like, it was nuts at like the end of the fight, like getting my hand raised and like feeling what it feels like your very first fight. Like I feel like afterwards you're like insane. I don't even know like talking, I don't know anything, you're just kind of like floating. And yeah, I feel like if you like did a brain scan that you'd be like clinically insane at that point. It definitely feels different, like, you know, your very first win, it's kind of like your best one because it's your first. But each fight it's like very unique because, for example, like Montreal was insane because it was like a former champ, and like I was nervous of like her hitting hard, and like, you know, just a lot of unknowns, and I guess like kind of proving to myself that I am at this level and all that kind of shit. But then there's like the fight in Toronto with Cachoeira, and like the performance that I have, and meeting Dana after, and the fact that it was like in Toronto was crazy. And then there was like the BTC fighting at home in Niagara Falls. It was kind of like the first time, it was like almost like my first time to like show myself a little bit. And I was obviously nervous going into the fight. First time that like my family's coming, all my friends are coming. It's easy because it's in Niagara Falls, so it's like experiencing what it's like fighting at home. And I'm very thankful that I did that and experienced it like through BTC and in like a more like smaller way. And then being able to do it in Toronto and like understanding what the pressure was going to feel like and all that, because fighting at home versus fighting away, there's like different pressure. And so each fight has its own very like unique feeling to it.